I'm Izzy Thompson, and this is my H21 video diary 4. As a group, we worked together through production meetings and rehearsals to create a well-rounded children's theatre piece. I had the role of marketing and had production meetings to pitch my ideas for the wall display to the group. After we decided on the final design, I was then responsible for collecting materials. We then worked as a group to put up the wall display to make sure that the details were precise and we were all happy with the final design. As the musical director, when we had production meetings to sit down, I was responsible for organising music. We had to find songs that were suitable for kids, that would make sense with the storyline and the setting we had for each scene. We looked at Disney songs as they would be the most familiar to children and decided on Hakuna Matata and Under the Sea. Then for my tap dance, I chose the song Pencil Full of Lead as it is upbeat and a silly tune that will keep kids engaged. We struggled to find a song for the jungle, but settled on Jump by Van Halen as it was upbeat and we could change the lyrics to complement the scene. We also collaborated in rehearsals by blocking the scene and making sure our spacing was even and precise to make the show look polished, and since we moved around a lot during the show. Since my character was an animal, I did research on penguins, both by watching documentaries and making notes, and also by visiting museums. This helped me understand the animal and how they use their body and what behaviours they possess in the wild. Penguins are very social and huddle in groups for warmth, and they're very loyal. This helped me create a character for my animal of a happy-go-lucky guy who loves to meet new people. I also studied how they walked. Penguins walk by waddling. They usually go quite slow and can only go up to around 2 miles per hour. They have large breasts and tend to pull their arms back when moving, so I took inspiration from this and made sure my walk was similar to a waddle, but also that I kept upright posture with my arms pulled back and my chest sticked out. Penguins also can't jump very high and aren't able to bend their wings, so in the choreography I made sure to keep this in mind after receiving peer feedback that I lost my character's gait while dancing. One thing I included that emphasised my character was the straight arm handshake with Millie. This not only was a bit of comedy for the children, but showed consistency in my character. I also used my voice by pitching my voice up to a chirpy sound to emphasise the personality of my character. I also used my research to help with changing the lyrics to my song. This was effective as it taught the children about the animal and what it's like for them to live in their habitat, whilst also making it easy for my character to relate to while singing. I incorporated gestures and references to my costume when talking about the animal to further engage children and link what I was saying to the physicalities of the animal. I am proud of my dedication to my roles. For example, I dedicated a lot of time for the wall display as we had very intricate designs and not a lot of time to get materials and put it all together. I worked out who can source each material and who has the free time to help put the wall display on the board and cut out the shapes. I also worked hard on improving my character and applying critiques from my feedback. I made sure my standing gait was consistent and really emphasised my facial expressions. I also improved my interactions with the audience, as I found it awkward and hard in rehearsals since I couldn't bounce off an audience, but on the dress run and performance day I found it was easier as I could play around with them and boost their reactions. However, I felt as though my time management wasn't the best, as we dedicated a lot of time to the departments such as costume instead of picking at the scenes and songs. This was very apparent with my solo song, as we skipped past it a lot in rehearsals as it only included me, and I was focusing so heavily on the dance that my lyrics froze on the dress run. To make sure that didn't happen on the day, I hosted my own private rehearsal just to feel confident with my singing and dancing at the same time and to drill it into my muscle memory. Our time management problems also affected my group, as lines were skipped and we weren't entirely confident with some of the scenes. Some advice I would give to next year's group is to not be scared of going all out, as the bigger your character is, the more the children zone in and engage with the performance. I would also not be afraid of interactions, and the more playful you are, the more passion they'll give in their interactions.